Hey everybody, it's Andy here, aka Montolio, and we're back for another Vintage League, and today I have loaded up Golos Shops. It's been a while since I've played Golos Shops. It's typically not my style or what I usually enjoy playing when I'm tapping workshops, but I think the deck is pretty good, and settling for a grind because, as you know, Golos does not win games quickly. So let's see here. We won the die roll. I think this J-Car fella is a workshop player as well. That said, I mean, we've got a double Golos. I think we've got a chance of being able to cast a Golos at some point. Crucible is pretty good in a workshop mirror, so I'm going to keep this. Tabernacle, of course, becomes a reasonable card to have in your hand if your opponent is on Ravagers. So this hand is okay. Not great, but okay. Now, of course, I think it's reasonably important that we resolve the Crucible. Probably should have played around Mindbreak Trap there. I chose not to, which is likely a mistake. Even if you think you're playing against workshops, it's proper to sequence. Now, this starts to fall apart really quickly if we don't find a land. What we'll do is, because we have two Golos, if and when we can cast it, I will go and get a Strip Mine. And I will try and control their mana flow. Now, if they have their own Crucible, I think that changes things. Finding a Mox here is unfortunate. Okay. Chalice, okay. So you are playing a Workshop Mirror. Their mana looks better than mine. They found a Golos right off the hop. Okay. Seems good. Yep. So big turn here for us. Oh, Chalice shuts us off here. Okay. Well, let's pass turn. We did not find what we needed. And our opponent is probably just going to win. They can just use the fair here. I think they still need to wait a turn to be able to set up what they're doing. But, had we found a land there, they just let Golos go. Makes sense. And a problem for us is they get like a statue or something like that. So they've got 3 mana, so they get their own Crucible here. That makes sense. Sphere of Resistance. So we are just falling apart at the seams here, unfortunately. Our opponent is, if they have the Wasteland, it taxes our mana in a severe way. Even though we can keep recurring our land, it's going to involve us finding a Mishra's Workshop to be able to cast a Golos or an Academy. I don't know if my opponent plays Revokers or whatnot in their deck, but that also would hurt us quite severely. And they have all the mana in the world. Now, I think we run a Bajuka Bog. Bajuka Bog could get their Academy or something at some point. Yeah, so they're just, now they are actively going to strip mine our graveyard. So this is the way these type of these mirrors play out. It's a land tax for sure. Serpent. Okay, so we're going to scoop this one up. That's inevitability, and it's something that we are not going to be able to play catch up with. A little bit unfortunate because I think our hand had a lot of potential to. I think we had 2 turns where we were going to be ahead enough with the Crucible to be able to take over the game, but we just never found another land, and which is unfortunate because I think that I think this matchup, I beg your pardon, excuse me, is uh, a really close one, and being able to control your opponent's lands is going to get you a win pretty quick. We do have some trump cards. Like I've added in a coercive portal to be able to draw extra cards, which should be really powerful in this matchup, I would think. Oh, I didn't change my spyglass art. I don't think I want Null Rod. I think it's just symmetrical. It hurts me just as much as them. I think I just really want relics, to be honest. Like these cycle and it controls their crucibles. I do like that. Maybe I'll keep one snake in. Yeah, I'll probably just eat one snake. Excuse me here. I got some post-nasal drip. All right, so let's see if we can do a little bit better here. I'd say that's better. I would say that's a lot better. Now, Mana Crypt is a gamble in these type of decks, but on the play, this is just what you want to be doing. You just want to have a big turn one play, and this is going to allow us to do that. I'm not feeling like I need to worry about Wasteland here, given the amount of lands that I have. We're going to be able to put out a Crucible next turn. Yeah, fantastic. There's nothing like Mystic Forge value. Believe it or not, this is actually pretty decent. I think I'm going to play the Thorn. I feel like Thorn is decent in when you're on the play, right? I don't think we need that. I mean, we're out of mana here for now, so I'm not going to tap that. I will do it end of turn. Just not give my opponent the information that we want to make a change there. I mean, Inventor's Fair, a second Inventor's Fair could be okay, but we have a Crucible, right? But I think we're actively just after a Wasteland here. Yeah, you see, this is like phenomenal for us that they're doing that. Yeah, we'll put that away. There's a Wasteland, okay. So let's get a Crucible into play here. Do we want a Sphere? I feel like Sphere, believe it or not, is actually pretty freaking good here. I was going to say get a Relic, but I'm going to play the Sphere. We got the Crucible in play now. This just really taxes them. I can't do that. Okay. I want the Mox. So my opponent is definitely in trouble here. Oh, they've got blue. My goodness. Okay, that's not expected. This must be an Emery type of build. Okay, so they've conceded the game. So there is a display of a turn one Mystic Forge, and although it only yielded one card to us, the turn we cast it, it's still really powerful. We were able to sculpt our hands with reference to finding a Wasteland, casting a Thorn. So I feel like that was pretty good. We did not show the Relic. I think two Spyglasses is probably all right. I think if my opponent is actually running Emery, though. Now, Emery does lose some efficacy when you've got a Relic, but I think I like our plan here. Eventually, we will be able to find a Karn if the game goes long enough and we can access some of these cards out of our board if need be. This hand I'm not crazy about. I think I'm going to mulligan this one. I think we can do better. That's a lot better. Oh, I didn't change chalices either. Keep this. Lotus. Okay, it's just a big snake. Golos, turn one. Okay, probably just go get a Wasteland as my guess. Caracas, yeah. You can tell I haven't played Golos in quite some time. Certainly not since the release of Time Spiral Remastered, because I haven't changed the arts on several of the cards in the deck. Okay, so I mean, Spyglass on Caracas is a thing. My opponent may be able to reuse their Golos next turn, but I don't think we have an opportunity to take a turn off to cast Spyglass, given we have one land of value in our opener. So we have to go and get Crucible here. And we will react accordingly with the Spyglass. And, hopefully we draw something good at the top. So they have a Wasteland. At least they can't, wasn't an Ancient Tomb or a Workshop where they can just reuse their Golos. So we're in a bit of a vulnerable position here. Revoker. Yeah, you got a Revoker. We gotta watch the beatdown that's coming our way here, because this is what happens sometimes in these Golos mirrors, is that we get so caught up in what we're doing with trying to lock the opponent up. Sometimes you just cast a 4/4 snake and it just goes the distance. And because your opponent is fiddly diddling around like we are right now, right? So, I mean, we've got 7 damage coming our way here. 7. I mean, we have to Wasteland, right? I mean, there's just going to be a chump blocker. We're just trying to bide time until we find a Golos of our own. Here's Emery. Yep, Emery's a good one. That's going to put us in a bit of a pickle here. We're going to have to lock Emery up next turn. I think had I thought things through, I probably would have hit Emery here, because we identified that they were playing that when we saw the blue source in game 1. Just a tempo play from my opponent. I mean, Black Lotus is a dead card. We'll take Mystic Forge, I guess. Yeah, we're just in a really bad spot here. Can't really even block here, right? But next turn we will be able to. So let's hope we can find something good here. Pajuka Bog. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna have to Caracas this back to their hand here. Caracas is good against both Emery and Golos here. So hopefully they miss on land here, and we should be able to take over from there, hopefully. Okay, so they've conceded. So we were going to be able to put Golos back. We were going to untap. We were going to cast a Spyglass. Let's see what we're going to draw. And then we were going to Wasteland their Caracas. Um, yeah, Relic of Progenitus actually was a fairly reasonable draw there. Likely what I would have done in this next turn here is I would have, given that I drew the Relic, I would have recurred Wasteland with my Crucible. I would have Wastelanded their Caracas. Obviously, the turn before I would have bounced back their Golos. Then I would have cast a Spyglass and a Relic here. I would not have burned the Relic because I have the Bajuka Bog. So following turns, I'm going to be able to get a lot more value out of the Relic. And I think we would have just took over the game from there. Yeah, and so we would have had our own Golos, and the game would have been over. So good win.